वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। हरे कृष्णा। We continue a canto first chapter first questions by the sages. Shloka number 3. We continue this shloka. First, we recite the shloka. Nigam kaltaroho galitam pala. Please recite. Shukhamukhat
मुखात
amrutadrava
अमृत
संयुतम.
द्रव संयुतम पिबत भागवतम रसम आलयम अहो रसिका भूमिका
रसिका भूमि भावुकाः
निगम कल्पतरो
निगम कल्पतरोः
कल्पतरोः
गलितं फलम
गलितं
गलितं
फलम्
फलम्
सुखमुखात्
शुकमुखात्
सुखमुखाद
अमृत द्रव संयुतम
अमृत द्रव
अमृतद्रवसंयुतम्
पिबत
पिबत
भागवतम
भागवतम
भागवतम्
रसम आलयम
रसम
रसम्
आलयम
आलयम्
मुहु अहो रसिका
मुहु अहो
मुहुरहो
रसिकाः
रसिकाः
भुवि भावुका।
भुवि
भूमि
भावुकाः
भावुकाः
Anyone recite?
निगम कल्पतरोः गलितं फलम् शुकमुखात् अमृत द्रव संयुतम् पिबत भागवतं रसम आलयम मुहु अहो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः।
माता जी कोई? परपट के पहले हम we
Translation.
do prayers. ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जन शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवान् च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितं च नमः ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे वन्दाकल्पतरुभ्ये च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा। श्रीमद् भागवत कैंटो फर्स्ट चैप्टर फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन बाय द sages. Shloka number 3. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, the transcendental pastimes of the Lord are narrated, and the narration is systematically depicted by Srila Shukdev Goswami. Thus, the subject matter is appealing to all classes of persons, including those who seek liberation and those who seek to become one with the supreme whole. In Sanskrit, the parrot is also known as shuk. When a ripened fruit is occurred by the red beaks of such birds, its sweet flavor is enhanced. The Vedic fruit, which is mature and ripe, is knowledge is spoken through the lips of Srila Shukdev Goswami, who is compared to the parrot not for his ability to receive the Bhagavatam exactly as he heard it from his Lord Father, but for his ability to present the work in a manner that would appeal to the all classes of men. The subject matter is so presented through the lips of Srila Shukdev Goswami that any sincere listener that hears submissively can at once relish a transcendental taste which are distinct from the perverted taste of the material world. The ripened fruit is not dropped all of a sudden from the highest planet of Krishna Loka. Rather, it has come down carefully through the chain of discipline, discipline, uh, disciplined succession without change or disturbance. Foolish people who are not in the transcendental disciplined succession commit great blunders by trying to understand the highest transcendental rasa known as the rasa dance without following in the footsteps of the Shukdev Goswami, who present this fruit very carefully by stages of transcendental realization. One should be intelligent enough to know the position of Srimad Bhagavatam by considering personalities like Shukdev Goswami, who deals with the subject so carefully. This process of disciplic succession of the Bhagavad school suggests that in the future, also Srimad Bhagavatam has to be understood from a person who is factually a representative of Srila Shukdev Goswami, a professional man who makes a business out of reciting the Bhagavatam illegally is certainly not a representative of Shukdev Goswami. Such a man's business is only to earn his livelihood. Therefore, one should refrain from hearing the lecture of such professional men. Such men usually go to the most confidential part of the literature without undergoing the gradual process of understanding this subject. They usually plunge into the subject matter of the rasa dance, which is misunderstood by the foolish class of men. Some of them take this to be immoral, while others try to cover it up by their own stupid interpretation. They have no desire to follow in the footsteps of Srila Shukdev Goswami. One should conclude, therefore, that the serious students of rasas should receive the message of Bhagavatam in the chain of disciplic succession from Srila Shukdev Goswami, who described the Bhagavatam from its very beginning and not whimsically to satisfy mundane nor who has very little knowledge in transcendental science. Srimad Bhagavatam is so carefully presented that a sincere and serious person can at once enjoy the ripened fruit of Vedic knowledge simply by drinking the nectarine juice through the mouth of Shukdev Goswami or his bona fide representative. Here, the important told about who sincerely and seriously hear this Bhagavatam, ripened fruit of the Vedic literature, simply by drinking nectarine juice through the mouth of the Shukdev Goswami. Uh, he succeed in his aim. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Mataji. So, in the previous shlokas and in our discussions previously, we have understood about how this Bhagavatam is that literature which is going to help us have transcendental knowledge. our real identification. So in this particular aspect, Srila Prabhupada, when he was discussing about this shloka, he started off with telling everyone that, do you all remember what is your dharma? Because Prabhupada had discussed the verse, dharma projahita kaitava atra. So he asked, what is dharma? Because people generally believe and get a misconception that the faith is dharma. Like today, someone may have a faith in, say, Hinduism, and the other day, he may change his faith to becoming a Muslim or a Christian, or similarly, a Christian is changing his faith to other way. So faith can be changed, but the characteristics cannot be changed. For example, for water, liquidity is a characteristic. So liquidity cannot be changed. And so, in Sanskrit literature, Vedic literature, dharma means a characteristic which cannot be changed. So the question which was being asked by the disciples to Prabhupada was, Prabhupada, what is the characteristic of the living being? The characteristic is that every one of us is serving someone superior. Just close your eyes as an assignment right now and think, are you independent? Are you not serving anyone? Even if you are head of the family, you're serving your wife, your children. So, even if you are the owner of any organization, you're still serving someone or the other. And that is why in Chaitanya Charitamrita it is said, Jivera Swarupa hai Nityera Krishna Das. So we have two options, that either we serve Maya, become Maya Das, or we serve Krishna and become Krishna Das. Because being Das is our dharma. And we cannot get out of it. If you try to say, no, I will change, then that is dharma projahita kaitava atra. Kaitava means cheating, something which is not dharma, which is not the characteristic. And that is why in this verse, it all started with Nigamakalpataro Galitam Phalam. The real service is the essence of all Vedic knowledge. So Nigama means Vedas. And that is called as Kalpataroho. Kalpataru. Kalpataru means desire tree. So Vedic knowledge is so perfect that we can receive any kind of a knowledge from different Vedas. And there are so many departments of knowledge. In fact, Vedas also have medical science, engineering also. Even science which may not have been observed even right now. Like we feel that robotic engineering or say AI, ML is something new, but it is already there in our Vedas. And that is why Vedas has everything. So they are called as Kalpa Taroho. Like aeroplanes, Prabhupada was explaining, they were called as Kapota Vahi. So Ka means sky and Pota means ship. So the ship which could fly in the air. So Kapota Vahi. Kapot also means pigeon. So basically what Prabhupada was trying to tell is the Vedas have all the knowledge. But then they could give you everything. But when it comes to the material world, you cannot go to a mango tree where you get mangoes and say, oh, please give me samosa. Right? But desire trees are something which can give you anything and everything that you ask for. And that is why Vedas, since it has got all the knowledge that it can ever have, that is why they are Kalpa Taroho. In fact, I remember reading, it is mentioned as Vetti Veda Vidodhnane Vinte Veda Vicharane. So, Vidadhatu. Vida means knowing. And from this Vidadhatu word, Veda has come. Now here it is being mentioned by Vyasdevji that Srimad Bhagavatam is the essence of Vedic knowledge. So if Vedic knowledge is compared to the desired tree, tree has got fruits, then this Bhagavatam is the fruit of that Vedic tree. That means we can keep the tree and keep on getting the fruit. Because if there is no fruit, if the tree cannot give fuel, then the tree has no use. But here it is said, Nigama kalpatarho galita phalam. That the Vedic literature is a desired tree and Bhagavatam is the galita phalam, ripened fruit of that tree. It is very delicious. Unfortunately, let us come to the Kali Yuga, what we see nowadays. Many times what we see is that there are fruits which are being sold in the market, but then they are artificially ripened. So that fruit, it is taken from the tree in an unripe form, and then some mechanism is done so that it can become ripened. But then that is not that delicious. Because the natural system is, if there is a fruit in the tree, when it is ripened, it is tested by parrot, touched by the beak of the parrot, and it becomes much more delicious. That is the natural system. So here it is said that Bhagavatam is not only the ripened fruit, but it is tested by Shukdev Goswami. Now Shukdev Goswami is a realized person. He is liberated right from before his birth. And so hearing Bhagavatam from him is delicious and effective. Sukhamukhadamritadrava sanyutam. Because Shukdev Goswami is not a professional third-class man who is speaking about Bhagavatam. It is the injunction of Sanatan Goswami that one should hear Vedic literature, whether it is Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, but only from realized person. A Vaishnava Mukhod Girnam Putam Hari Kathamrutam Shravanam Naiva Kartavyam. This is mentioned in Padma Puran. That if Hari Kathamrut, the nectarian literature about the activities of the god, so is Hari Kathamrut. But then one should not hear Hari Kathamrut from a non-realized Vaishnava. Now Vaishnava means Vishnu Asya Devata iti Vaishnava, one who worships Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu. And Vishnu is expansion of Krishna. Like it is mentioned in Brahma Samhita, 39th verse of the 5th chapter, Ramadimurti Shukala Niyamen Tishtan Nana Avataram Akarodha Bhavneshu Kintu Krishna Swam Sambhavat Paramah Pumanayo Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So Krishna has plenary expansions in many forms. And it becomes with Ram Adi, Lord Ramchandra and Parshuram and Balram. So there are three Ramas. Then Matsya Avatar, Kurma Avatar, Vaman Avatar, Kalki Avatar, many. So they are mentioned in Bhagavatam. But the original person is Krishna. Krishna Swayam Sambhavata Pumaha Pumanayo. So the idea of praising Shukdev Goswami means he is not a professional Bhagavad reader. He is a realized soul. So hearing of Bhagavad from Shukdev Goswami is recommended, or the representatives of Shukdev Goswami. Now representative means one who is strictly following the principles which are adopted by Shukdev Goswami. So when Shukdev Goswami ji first spoke to Maharaj Parikshit, in that meeting, Sud Goswami ji was present. So here, when we start the Bhagavatam, we will find Suta Uvacha, which means Sud Goswami, after hearing from Shukdev Goswami, he is repeating the same Bhagavad recitation in Naimisharanya. So around 2500 years ago, in Naimisharanya, many sages had come together, and they were headed by Shaunak Rishi. And there this was spoken again. Naimisharanya still is there. If you ever go to, say, Uttar Pradesh, so the name of the place is Nimsar now. So it is around 100 miles from Lucknow. So if you see this verse, again coming back to the verse, Srimad Bhagavatam is essence, first spoken by Shukdev Goswami. It is full of knowledge, and learned people always
बंद करना.
Vidya Bhagavata Vadhihi. That is, we should always take Vidya in the form of Bhagavata. So what is real education is education of Srimad Bhagavatam. Because in Srimad Bhagavatam, the word mukti or liberation is stated. It defines mukti as muktihi hitva anyatha rupam swarupena vyavastitihi. It will come in the second canto. So, giving up our unreal engagement and to be situated in the real original characteristic engagement. That is something which is mukti. So, Krishna in Bhagavad Gita gives mukti in the words Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vrajaha. Sarvadharma means kill all kinds of bogus religious systems. And then sharanam vrajaha. Surrender unto. So, that is the religion. So it all started in the fourth chapter. We just had those discussions every day. We are having at around 7:30 Bhagavad Gita discussions. So we just finished 4.7 and 4.8. यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानावधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहं परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे. This is what Krishna is saying. So, wherever there is mismanagement of dharma or pure characteristics, at that time Krishna appears. And he appears for re-establishing the real principles of dharma or religion. So, what is important to understand from these first three shlokas is what is our real identity. So, our real identity is that we are Ansha of Krishna. But the difference is we are Anu and Krishna is Vibhu. And we have to follow the dharma, follow the instructions of Krishna if you want to transcend this material world. For us to get over this Bhavasagar, it is important that we give up all kinds of attachments to the material world which are resulting in our bondages. Kankshantah karmanam siddhim yajanta iha devataha. 4.12. Those who are desirous of getting success in this material life, for them, demigod worship is recommended. But then, those who want to get over that, for them, it is said that they should worship Krishna. Because in Bhagavad Gita, it is mentioned in 7th chapter also. Antavatatu phalam tesham tad bhavati alpamedasa. If you are going to be concentrating only on your material desires, you'll always be in material world only. And it is temporary, antavat. So, real devotees who are interested in eternal life, they are not interested in these temporary things. Because even if you go to heavenly planets, because these things, they are mentioned in Vedic literature, you can go there, but then they are also temporary. But the real happiness is when we follow the instructions of Krishna, when we follow the orders of Krishna, then there is no end to our happiness. And that is what we have to do. So, bhakti is something which we need to implement in our life. Anyabhilashita shunyam jnana karmadhi anavrutam anukullena krishnanushilanam bhaktiruttam. This is bhakti marga. Simply satisfy Krishna. No other desire, no other motive. And this is what is recommended by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Like he always says, na dhanam na janam na sundarim kavitam va jagdish kamaye mama janmani janmanishware bhavtat bhakti rahe tuki tvai. So we do not want anything. No wife, no beautiful wife, no wealth, nothing. What we want is to be engaged in devotional service. This is the essence of Vedic knowledge. And that essence of Vedic knowledge is Vedanta, and Bhagavatam is the essence which is taken. So Vyasdev, he himself has written everything, and then he has written this Bhagavatam. So it is also called as Vedanta Sutra. So it is the cream of all Vedic literature. And Vedanta Sutra is further, what I'll say, summarized, creamified in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam. Vyasdevji knew that there will be many people, foolish people, who will misinterpret Vedanta Sutra. And therefore, he has left Srimad Bhagavatam, his own commentary on Vedanta Sutra. So if we hear Bhagavatam from Shukdev Goswami and disciplic succession, then we shall enjoy life even after liberation. Rasam alayam, that is the word which is coming here. Alayam means liberation. Means this material life completely finished, spiritual life also started, that also you will be happy. But for whom it is there? It is said here, Muhu aho rasika bhuvi bhavuka. For those who are very thoughtful and rasikaha, humorous, transcendentally humored, they can understand Srimad Bhagavatam and enjoy it. So we have to understand this, that let us keep on having association with the Supreme Lord and exchange our constitutional rasa with Lord, and then we will be actually happy. By submissively hearing the Bhagavatam, we can attain the full pleasure that can ever be available. And that is why we have to keep on listening consistently. So let us keep on listening, because the serious student, he will receive the message of Bhagavatam very carefully from very beginning, and it will not be whimsically. So let us try to be that serious student and be eager to keep on listening and keep on spreading the message every day sharp 8 p.m. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.